I pay $28.68 as a rideshare driver for insurance. This includes regular checkups, emergency room visits, dental, and vision. Today is the 12th of January, 2024, and you only have 4 days to sign up before you're not able to sign up until December. That makes this video extremely important. As you can see, I got my health insurance with Ambetter. You can see member access. This is my account. I click on it, but it will show you my account number, and I don't want to give you that information. But you can say it says TT because that's my initials, Tristan Thomas. Down here, I can view balance details. And once I click on this button, it's going to show you how much I would have had to pay if I wasn't a rideshare driver. The balance detail says my monthly premium is $461.68, but because I get a premium tax credit because I'm a rideshare driver, I get to subtract $433 off of that total, which leaves me with $28.68, which I have to pay out of pocket every single month. I'm going to break down the math of how I'm able to pay $28 for health insurance, but before I do, I want to show you what's actually covered because I want to convince you wholeheartedly to get insurance too. So you can see I have an out-of-pocket max of $1,350. So that says to me that in order for me to protect my finances, my emergency fund needs to be at least that much. But as you can also see, even though I have been going to the doctor, I'm diabetic, I go to a psychiatrist, I haven't had to pay anything out of pocket. That's how good this insurance is. And I'm not going to say it's great, but that's how good this insurance is. And I'll show you how to pick insurances later in this video. This particular insurance also comes with chiropractic care. For drivers who are spending a lot of time sitting down, potentially messing up your back, chiropractic care is a very great way to protect your back. You need your back. Now, I don't know if the insurance you'll qualify will have this in it as well. This is just what I have, and I'm showing you what I have. I get 25 free visits per year as a membership perk with Ambetter. That means I can essentially go once every 2 weeks. So here's a page that shows everything that's covered with my $28 health insurance. I get doctor visits, no charge. Pharmacy, no charge. Outpatient service, 30% co-insurance, which means I pay 30%, they pay 70% up until the max. So once I get to that $1,350, then they take care of everything else. If you end up in the emergency room, 30%. Paying 100% of a $10,000 bill is a huge difference from only having to pay $3,000. And all you're doing is paying for $28 worth of insurance per month. Yes, that number might change depending on how big your family is. I'm a single person as far as my insurance goes and my taxes. That's why I pay the amount I pay. However, as a rideshare driver, the amount of money you will save on insurance, it's like one of the things that go under the radar in our community that a lot of other YouTubers don't even talk about. It's so important to have insurance, and rideshare drivers get a hack that makes their premiums extremely low. Some of the other services: mental health, behavioral health, and substance use disorder, maternity and newborn care, pediatric vision service. That's how I have my glasses through this insurance. Adult vision services, adult dental services. I need to get my teeth removed, and I just procrastinated because I hate the dentist, but it's not bad. No charge. It's subject to annual maximum. Like it's government insurance, yes, but it's not that bad. It's better than no insurance, and it will protect your finances. Look at this, diabetes care management. I'm diabetic. In fact, let me tell you guys a story. I didn't know I was diabetic before I had insurance. I got insurance and I went in for a regular checkup, and then I found out I was diabetic. That was last year, this time in January. 6 months later, I worked on it and I became pre-diabetic. I know you guys have seen me lose weight over last year. Now, I'm waiting for my results, but it's very, very likely that I'm no longer diabetic. Now, if it wasn't for the cheap insurance that I got through the government because of rideshare, and I'll explain why rideshare is the important factor here, then I would not have known that I was as unhealthy as I was, and it probably would have had deteriorating health because of it. It's important to face the facts. It's important to know your health. That's how you protect your wealth. So this is healthcare.gov. This is where you would go to get your insurance. It says open enrollment ends January 16th. I would make sure it's done before the end of day on January 15th because you don't want to play around with this stuff. So when I hit start application, so some states do have their own marketplace. I know where I live has their own marketplace. This is why I said what you get will differ more than likely than what I get. So once you have your account set up, now you can actually log into the account. So first you're going to pick your state. I'm going to pick my state of South Carolina. Start my application. Once you enter your information, it lets you know that your identity has been verified. So there are 4 main sections: the application setup, the personal and household information, the current coverage and life changes, and then you just submit your application. It's going to ask you about what state you're applying to, how many people you report on your taxes, which for me is just one. And then it's going to ask in 2024, what do you estimate your household income range will be? Now, if you do have multiple jobs, you should consider this into your calculations. But as a rideshare driver, even if you made $61,000, you need to make sure that you're applying your mileage write-off. Let's run through the math really quick to show you what I mean. So if you made $61,000 and the average rideshare driver drives 80 cents per mile, we would multiply that by 0.80, right? So that means you drove 48,800 miles in order to make $61,000. Now the mileage write-off would be 65.5 cents. So we multiply that by 0.655, and that gives us the deduction amount, right? So if we made $6,100, we can subtract $31,000 from that, and that'll give us the taxable income. They're going to use the taxable income to determine how much you have to pay out of pocket. And that's why rideshare drivers get such a huge discount when it comes to health insurance, because of that mileage write-off. If you're a full-time rideshare driver, chances are you will get the maximum write-off compared to other people who have traditional jobs. My household is likely to qualify just based off of that, so check all of your saving options. Now for household income, there might be some documents you may need. You might need pay stubs, personal records of incomes from a person's own business or from their self-employment like delivery or ride services. Last year's tax returns, if income for this year will likely be about the same. Now you need to make sure that you're being truthful and honest, because they will go back and check and they will make you pay back any of the credits that you get that deducted off of your health insurance premium on your taxes. So do not lie, be honest. This is where you have to put in your income information. Income type, you would want to use self-employment unless you also have another job. See, it says if this person gets a W-2 from their employer to use when they file their tax return, select job instead. We're going to put rideshare right here. Now it's going to ask for the estimated net income for January. I'm going to hope you're making at least $3,000 a month in your net income. That is my expectation for you. If that sounds high, we can break out the calculator. $3,000 a month times 12. That's $36,000 a year. We're going to divide that by 52. That's $692 a week. So you should be able to make at least $1,000. And even if your expenses are about 30% of your income, which they shouldn't be, mine averages between 8 and 15. Like that's where I want you guys, 8 and 15%. If they're higher than that, it's because you have a high car payment and you start paying it down. Your gas is expensive. You probably need to go and get a Prius. You bought a Tesla and your insurance is through the roof. So we need to make sure we're keeping our expenses down, but that's for another video. Minus certain expenses. So the first number we gave in was already net, but there's more expenses they will deduct. Like if you're paying student loan interest, that's me. If you're paying for alimony, that's not me. If you're making IRA contributions, that's not me yet until I'm debt free. Did you know you can actually get a solo 401k? I'm going to make videos about it, but that's not what we're talking about today. So we're going to hit continue. And then it warns you, remember, if Tristan's monthly income or estimated annual income for the year changes, come back and update your application. You don't want to get caught with your pants down with this. You want to make sure you're honest and as accurate as possible. Now, after you answer a couple more questions, it takes you to the eligibility page. Once you view your eligibility notice, you can then continue to enrollment. So it says for coverage to start on February 1st, confirm your plan by January 16th, but make sure you do it before the end of day on the 15th because you don't want to get caught with your pants down. I don't know how it works with time zones in America. I don't know if it's January 16th at 12 p.m. no matter where you are. So just get it done by the 15th. This video is being recorded on the 12th. You have 3 days. So the first question says, start to see how much you can lower your premium by. So use your tax credit to lower your monthly premium. If you qualify for a premium tax credit of $326 a month, you can decide how much you want to use to save on your monthly plan. And if you're being honest about your income, then I recommend using all of it. This is not tax advice, it's health advice. The amount is based off of yearly income, where you live, tax, household size. Now, the bigger your family is, the more your insurance is going to cost, but the more money you get from this as well. It's about in correlation to the poverty level. And I know people are already thinking, oh man, Uber and Lyft just don't pay very well. And that might be true, but it's really the mileage deduction because we get to cash that tax-free dollars that gives us this benefit. This is one of the biggest benefits of being a rideshare driver, and other channels just aren't talking about it. And I don't know why. I make this video every year and it's my lowest performing videos. I don't know why. I don't get it, but this is for you. If only one person signs up, then that makes me happy. And if that person is you, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment saying, yo, I did this and it works. I'm going to use all of it. Your monthly premium will be reduced by $326. So we're going to hit save and continue. Within the past 6 months, I've switched to use tobacco regularly. I do not smoke. Stop smoking. Be honest with this question. So it's going to ask about your expected uses. They claim it won't change your payments. I'm going to put medium because I'm doing this for the average person. But if it's low use, I think I'm a little more on the low use side, or high use. Just, I don't know, man. You can skip it if you want. We're going to hit save and continue. And if you want to do a search for doctors, specific doctors or prescription drugs that you have, you know you're going to need, you can do search based on insurance based off of that information. We're going to hit skip. And then it tells you how to compare plans. But we don't need this. You have me. So you can sort by lowest premium, lowest deductible, estimated yearly cost. I like to sort by lowest premium and pay attention to the deductible. The deductible is a fancy word for how much you will have to pay out of pocket before insurance starts kicking in. So if I go with blue, copper, bronze 1, the premium is $0 a month. That's free. However, I'm pretty sure this doesn't include dental or vision, which is something I would prioritize if you know your health history well enough to have those things. Like, I need glasses, so I wouldn't do that. But I'm just showing you, like, this is really amazing stuff. This is how you protect your wealth. Like, I know there's some problems in the rideshare community, but that standard miles deduction unlocks a lot for drivers, and a lot of drivers take it for granted. Now, I'm not going to go through all of these because there are different health concerns out there. Different people have different expectations. So the best advice I will give you is look for the plan that covers the things you know you're gonna need, and then look at the deductible, and whatever that deductible is, the higher the deductible, the lower the monthly payment will be. Make it as close to free as possible. You can see I chose the plan that's like $28 over because I wanted vision and health. But whatever your deductible is, mine is $1,350. That means if I go to the emergency room because I got in a crash and I get a bill for $100,000, I only have to pay $1,350 before insurance kicks in. That is how you protect your wealth. There's no reason you shouldn't be doing this. You can make the sacrifices. Even if your premium is $100 a month, you can make sacrifices in your personal budget to get this. You need this. This is important stuff. I wish it was more talked about in the community. I'm getting hyped up. I hope you enjoyed this video. Bye.